today I'm going to make a spinning wheel card, and I'm using the Upon a Star stamp set from lawnfawn, and I'm gonna start by stamping my couple of foxes with jet black ink, which is Copic friendly, and then I'm gonna be coloring my foxes with Copic markers. Now that I've finished my coloring, I'm using the coordinating dies and my cutting machine to cut out my cute little foxes. My card will be an A2 standard size card, but I'm going to create my scene on this smaller panel that will be on the center of my card. So I have this panel and this circle that will be my wheel, and I'm going to die cut a small circle out of my panel that will be my little window to the wheel. I need to do a hole at the center of my wheel so I can rotate it later. So I'm using a circular piece of copy paper to fold it and help me find that center. I'm gonna leave the background of my card white, but I'm using this beautiful stitchy windy backdrop die to give it some texture. And now I'm gonna mount all my pieces together to figure out where to stamp my elements. I'm using this little circle of cardstock because I want to hide the brad I'm using on my spinning wheel, and this is the way I came up to do it. I'm adhering it to my background with foam adhesive so the wheel can rotate easily, and then I'm connecting my wheel to it with that little brad. After finding the correct position of the wheel on my card, I'm going to draw some marks using my pencil to find the perfect place to do my stamping. I've learned this little trick from the fabulous Sandy Allnock. So I'm rotating my wheel to draw 3 circles evenly spaced, and then I'm going to put a little vertical mark on each circle to do my stamping straight, and another mark on the side to keep my stamping below that mark, so it can be seen on that part of the wheel. I'm gonna stamp different stars and constellations on each circle, and I'm going to use Versamark ink because I want to heat emboss them in white. Then I'm going to apply some white embossing powder, and finally I'm going to heat set it with my heat tool. that I have finished heat embossing all my stars, it's time to erase those pencil marks and stamp and heat emboss some more stars and constellations on my scene. Here I have my panels ready, so now I'm going to create a galaxy sky with a bunch of distress inks and my blending tool. The key here is to not cover completely some of the lightest spots where I'm applying picked raspberry and cricket pistachio inks with the darker colors. To add some texture to my sky, I'm gonna spritz some water on top, and then I'm going to put some white paint with water on an acrylic block, and I'm going to use a brush to sprinkle it over the sky too. You can totally use a piece of paper towel to remove any bigger droplets that you don't like. I've discovered a little trick to remove ink from your embossing images while making this card. Once my panels are dry, I'm just using a blender pen all over my stars, cleaning it on a scrap paper, and the white on my stars pops out again. To finish my background, I went ahead and die cut a piece of cardstock using a simple Grassy Hillside die, and I'm going to color it using a pair of distress inks and my blending tool. I'm gonna be using my water spray bottle again to add some texture to the grass as well. I love adding sparkly and shiny elements to my cards, and these stars definitely needed some sparkle. So I'm applying a bit of clear Stickles on each of them, and once they're dry, I'm gonna start mounting my card, putting all my little elements together. Whoops, I almost forgot the sentiment. To match the whole look of the card, I'm gonna simply hit emboss it in white. So here's the finished card for today, and I'm really happy about how this turned out. I love this stamp set with those gorgeous constellations and cute critters, and I enjoy so much making starry skies and galaxy backgrounds. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye!